What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the Flash movie. Now, by now, everyone expected the Flash movie to had already been filmed and out at the cinema, but for some reason, the Flash movie is nowhere to be seen. So, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. So, as we know, Ezra Miller is supposedly the Flash. Why I say supposedly is because in 2016, he appeared in Batman vs. Suicide. He appeared in the Suicide Squad movie, and he also appeared in the Justice League movie. So far, we've had 3 roles by Ezra Miller playing Barry Allen so far, which is a hell of a lot, considering there were talks of the Flash movie for years before Aquaman movie. Now, the success of that movie is very good for DC movies, but let's be honest, there is more talk of the sequel to the first Aquaman movie and even the spin-off show, The Trench, than there is the Flash movie. Is this movie still in production? Because if you do look on IMDb, it says Flashpoint movie 2020 pre-production. But let's be honest, guys, I don't really even think this movie is going to be made. Now, the biggest problem at the moment is I don't think DC want to make it. There's just been no news, with all the news coming out recently about Matt Reeves' Batman, etc. They have not mentioned The Flash. So Ezra Miller is currently delayed for The Flash because there's delayed for Fantastic Beasts 3, which is also being made by Warner Brothers. The Fantastic Beasts franchise is doing pretty well, and Ezra Miller is a quite prominent character in that franchise. That was supposedly the reasoning behind why they haven't actually started to shoot the Flash movie. So the Flash movie has gone through multiple directors at the moment. At the moment, the directors are John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goodstein, apparently, who are directing the movie, apparently. But there seems to be no updates, absolutely nothing happening. And on top of that, Ezra Miller has just signed up to another movie called The Mourner, an emotional drama film, which, I mean, it seems pretty cool. Seems like it's a small production. So we've got Ezra Miller, 2 roles, and the Flash movie has been in production for years, like absolutely years. So what I'm thinking is going on here, guys, is at some point they're going to have to recast the Flash, because for some reason Ezra Miller being the Flash isn't working. Now, if this is a back-on, knock-on effect from the failure of the Justice League movie, because they've already, like, Ben Affleck's come out and said he's not the Batman no longer. For some reason, I mean, he kind of gave a reasoning which didn't make any sense on the Jimmy Kimmel show recently when he says he's no longer Batman. He said something on the lines of, it's the script, I couldn't get the script to work. Yet industry experts who've actually read it said it was the best Batman script that he had read. So we were going to get Deathstroke. We got Deathstroke teased up at the end of the Justice League movie to go up against Batman, but that is never going to happen now, so that is a shame. Not only that, we have my boy Henry Cavill, who is the best Superman we have. Man of Steel 2, they don't seem to care about that either, which is very weird. Yet they seem to be focused on Wonder Woman for some reason, and Aquaman. So I honestly do think, I'm starting to believe this. I don't want to believe this, that Wonder Woman and Aquaman are the only original members of this version of the Justice League that won't be recast. Now, if Barry Allen does get recast, then I don't really think it's going to make any difference, because Ezra didn't seem that committed to the role, in my opinion. There was no, he keeps saying in the media, yeah, it's coming, news is coming, news is coming, but there is no news. So if this is the case, and if DC do want to make the movie, all they're going to do is recast the Flash, because let's be honest, he's only really had cameo roles except for the Justice League, and they can retcon everything if they decide to. It is a massive shame, because the Flash TV show, well, at least it used to be, not so much now in season 5, but season 1, 2, 3, the ratings were really high. The ratings are still solid for a small network being the CW. So the Flash is pretty popular. The comic book run, DC Rebirth, is pretty awesome. So they do have a massive fan base for the Flash. Obviously, the Flash in the TV show played by Grant Gustin, he's killing that role, doing a very good role. But for some reason, that doesn't transpire into the movie world, which really would make DC a lot of money. Now, the Flash origin story with the Reverse Flash and the Flash, it cannot really fail. So I don't see the problem. I mean, now Ezra's got 2 roles. They need to get rid. They need to recast someone. They don't even have to do technically the Flash. They could do Kid Flash. They could do Impulse. There's so many different versions of the Flash who they could do. I don't really know what's going on with DC at the moment. They seem so occupied with doing these random like spin-off Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie, yeah, which looks cool. Birds of Prey, Suicide Squad 2, which is cool. But why can't they focus on the Flash movie? I honestly do think that if the Flash movie is ever going to come, they are going to have to recast Ezra Miller, because Ezra Miller just seems too busy at the moment. He's got 2 movies coming up. They haven't even started to shoot Fantastic Beasts 3 yet, so there's massive delays on the Flash movie ever hitting the screen. Now, this isn't the first time I've spoke about this before. I said before that it's been cancelled, it's been delayed, and it's still delayed. I can't believe in February 2019 they haven't even announced when the movie is going to start shooting. Now, obviously, they did pick some pretty awesome directors, John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goodstein. They were attached to the movie, but it's unclear what they were doing. Were they going to go for a reboot? Were they going to do Flashpoint? Were they just going to do a standalone storyline? It's just a bit unclear. But something that is clear is Ezra Miller doesn't seem too committed to the role now. I don't know if I'm reading too much into it, but why would you sign up to do another movie when you already have the Flash in the works? Obviously, he knows a lot more than we do. I just find it very disheartening as a Flash fan that we are still waiting to see, will this Flash movie ever happen? Because it wouldn't be the first Flash movie that was cancelled, would it? It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, there's been a video game in the past that's been cancelled. There was a Flash video game in the works that never got finished. I just don't get it, because the Flash in the comics is really popular. The Flash TV show is still fairly popular. Obviously, Cicada, and they've got the Reverse Flash and stuff in this year's in season 5. So why don't they want to transfer that into the movie world? It cannot fail. I just don't get it. I know they're trying to do standalone movies, but the Flash is such an easy movie to make. So if I was important in the DC world, I would just recast the Flash to someone who can start straight away, because I would be focusing on Man of Steel 2 and the Flash movie. They are the saviors of the DCEU, which realistically doesn't need saving because it's still made a lot of money. Even the kind of DC movies that didn't do that well, it still made a lot of money. So it just doesn't make any sense to me why they kind of bring out a random Joker movie, Joaquin Phoenix. It's got nothing to do with anything else. And Birds of Prey, I mean, it's going to be cool to see Black Canary and Harley Quinn, etc. But they could be working on the Flash movie currently. They could be working on Man of Steel 2. I just don't get it. I just feel like it all stems back to the fail of the Justice League Joss Whedon cut. It really does go back to the failure of the Justice League movie. It honestly makes no sense of how popular the Flash was in that movie and how popular Superman was in that movie, that they still haven't pushed any ideas, or they haven't said anything about either projects. Yet we're hearing stories from rumors, from sources, insiders, saying that there's going to be a Supergirl movie that they're working on, and that Harley Quinn will be involved with Suicide Squad 2. Obviously, James Gunn is fronting that from what we can understand, which is pretty awesome. But you've got 2 awesome franchises, Superman and the Flash, but DC don't really seem bothered with them 2. They're pushing forward with Wonder Woman and Aquaman, which are cool, don't get me wrong. It's just they have 2 other properties which could be utilised a lot better than what they were. So hopefully they don't recast Superman, but hopefully they recast the Flash so we can actually get a Flash movie out there, because that is what the Flash fans do deserve. Anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. In my opinion, the Flash movie is at a standstill. It's cancelled. There's been absolutely no information. I really think they should recast Ezra Miller, because he just seems too busy to work on this project at the moment. Anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.